Yeah, what's up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to, well, another episode of eXtelevision. We got a special little something on display for you guys here today. Some ArenaRespawn played in the 4v4 format. Now, this server is set up with competitive settings, and the ArenaRespawn, how it works is, well, at the beginning, it's like your regular arena mode, where you have, you know, one life to live. But in this mode, in this format of arena, if the point is captured by your team, all the players on your team respawn. Now, the creators of this mode, which are the Australian team that are behind Training Wheels and Training.tf, they are still working with this mode and still fine-tuning it. We gave them some feedback after that, after this play session. We also are working with map makers to kind of fine-tune the maps a little bit. This map is called Sweden, and well, it's a pretty solid map, definitely super beautiful. We had a few problems with some of the railing and stuff, but it was a good time. Just to further underline the format here, and I'll talk about the teams as well. To further underline the format, one of each class is allowed, and the whitelist is actually completely open. So there's a lot of room for flexibility, a lot of room to look at different things, although we probably could have explored those options a little bit more. Now, these two teams on display, we're looking at the red team right now, so I'll start right there. It is a team representative of the Portland Burnsiders. Not really our full roster, but, well, all of these players are from the Portland area, including myself. Pythium does hail from Vancouver, Washington, but, you know, that's close enough. Fletcher is a newer Burnsider, and Royal was our demo on the 6v6 team for SEVO. The team we are up against is Inland Empire Northwest. Both of these teams are reserve clubs for the Pro Battle League, as that organization is getting more and more together and developing. And this is from our Scrim nights. We're just getting some teams together, playing, and just kind of fine-tuning things. The ArenaRespawn is definitely something that we're looking at, so I'm excited about this cast to give you guys an opportunity to check it out and, well, hear your feedback about what you think. So, without further ado, let's get this going. The setup for this match is a 20-minute server time limit, but also a win difference of 7. The blue team is Dane, Collusion Spark, Tom Bomb, and Moose. Dane starting things off with a huge jump around the side. He's going to have to back up, though, and go a different route. We're trying to go just straight through the gut here, although we're kind of like stuck in this house area. Fletcher now jumping on top of the roof, trying to get some action done on the soldier. But Dane is controlling this point well. I'm trying to pressure him a little bit, but jump down to that lower area, which is a little awkward, all on that bridge. Pythium goes down to a very nice pipe from Dane. He gets the capture, and that respawns the players on his team. So he is with his medic already, feeling good. Also, another nice pipe from Dane, who's a phenomenal player, onto Royal and getting the kill there. Tom Bomb has a crit screen ready to go, and Fletcher in a bit of trouble here. He's heading towards the large health pack across the way here, but is just by himself, so certainly still in a dangerous scenario here. If he were able to recapture the point here, though, the 3 other players on the Burnsiders team would respawn. So that's what he's going to go for right now, and actually has a decent opportunity to do it. Does get on the point, and we do get the respawns. He goes down, but they do have the crits ready to go, and I run right into it, and so does Pythium. So the clutch comeback mechanic not quite going to come into play this time around, as now Royal jumping over the fence and, well, trying to get out here, but eats a pipe from Dane, and that's going to take the first round. Goes to Inland Empire Northwest. So when the server map time limit is hit, it will let that last round be finished, and then, well, if it's a tie game at that point, we would have an overtime round. Let's check Dane out again to see how he does. Collusion Spark thought about whipping out the spy, ends up going with a sniper. This game mode meant to have a lot of rounds played pretty quickly, so switching up what you're doing from round to round certainly can throw your opponent off. Dane coming in, putting a lot of pressure as the Burnsiders trying to control the point here, but Dane does get a kill on Pythium. Yeah, Roller's rolling around here. Dane finishes off Royal, though, so we got myself and Fletcher, the remaining players, trying to pressure in on Dane. We do take him out, And it's just Moose up here. Comes in on Fletcher, though. Up against the wall versus me. And whips out the stick. Gets the kill. I was pretty disappointed to miss those shots. But well played to Moose. There you go. Sick. Getting him that round win. So 2-0 for Inland Empire Northwest. Throughout the course of the day, we were switching around classes and players quite a bit. You can see right there, we actually switched Royal over to Soldier and Fletcher over to Demo Man. Fletcher was using a couple crazy loadouts here. He's kind of stuck with his loadout here, and we did discuss that, and the developers are going to work on better ways to make sure that we can get loadout switches taken into consideration. Fletcher does get the credit for killing off Dane, the Blue Scout behind. And Pollution Spark working over here on the side does get killed by Fletcher again. I was using the Sandman for a little bit here, just kind of screwing around with that. I mentioned to the other team, later, not really trying to be disrespectful, but just trying to showcase, the open whitelist. And, kind of to further elaborate that and our feelings on the open whitelist, why we went for it, is that, in conversations with Valve in the past, they've definitely just kind of felt like they don't have an opportunity to see all their weapons get played in competitive settings. And, with 6v6 and Highlander, there's a lot of reasons to restrict these weapons that are crazy. But unfortunately, it kind of ends up with Valve not really having an opportunity to see how crazy they are, how badly they could swing a match. With this mode and this format, we really want to open that up and allow everybody to have a chance to whip out some crazy classes, some crazy loadouts, and, well, just play wide open and see what happens. And then to take that information that we get and say, hey, in these tournaments right now, everybody's running Engineer Gunslinger. And then have Valve see that and then be able to assess, okay, well, it is banned in sixes, and maybe here's some changes that we could make that would alleviate both ways. Let's get back to the action, though, as we are on a fresh round here. 2-1. Dane going down, Dane getting the kill on Royal. Royal going down to that roller here. And I'm pretty sure in our communications here, I was just stressing the fact that we got completely stuck in that house, and it was just really shitty. Essentially, I'll try to free cam it real quick here. Essentially, we should have just backed out all the way and gone around to the left side. That's what I was arguing to our team. This is a little bit more secure and enables a few more opportunities to kind of push out from. Pythium is a newer player, definitely has some scout skills, has some Quake background, but in terms of medic positioning and stuff, certainly a newer player that we're trying to train up. Now, Inland Empire Northwest, Dane again starting things off with some aggressive jumps, controlling this upper area of this map, which certainly is important towards contesting the point. It's going to drop down a little bit. We took that left side rollout, which is something that we were stressing. I see the scout. He was disguised on my screen, but fairly obvious what the scenario was there. Take him out, get some assists from Royal and Fletcher, and trying to get back up here, and no. As one of our critiques of this map is you're kind of stuck in this lower area, and I had the atomizer, but then I switched off that Sandman. You can see I was struggling to just get on top here. Blue did get a respawn in the meantime while I'm talking about jump heights and architecture. Get the kill on Collusion Spark and do get a respawn here. Dane's going to come back in, though, and they get a respawn, and now it's just Royal left. Definitely one interesting aspect of this arena respawn mechanic is sometimes you actually don't want to recap the point right away. If you only lost one player, like in this circumstance, the red team, we recaptured the point when it was 3-on-3 or 3-on-4. We got one player spawn, but then we immediately lost another. And if it was like a 2v3 and then we captured the point, we would have respawned 2 people versus just respawning the 1. So a little bit of an invisible medic action going on there as Royal does get the kill on the medic. It's going to increase his chances of a comeback here, but he's still at a disadvantage with this health being where it is. Another mechanic that our eagle-eyed viewers might have noticed, but we haven't elaborated on too much, is the fact that if you're standing on the point and the point is available to be captured, you will be marked for death. So you will take increased damage. That is to motivate people not standing on the point. Right now, Dane camping the large health pack, gets thrown in the air and can't serve back around. Royal picks up the health pack, picks up the kill, and it is now a 1-1 match. You'll also notice that the point has actually reopened. After a minute, the point reopens in this mode and is available for capture again. So Royal gets the capture, and, well, respawns his team. Doesn't matter because he did get the kill on Collusion Spark. But that's a fairly big deal. That's also meant to combat, say, a spy, cloak and dagger, just hiding in the corner. It does allow your team to cap the point twice, essentially, and then win via that method. So the Burnsiders were now 3-2, and still losing, by the way. And Fletcher running sticky bombs and the loose cannon, going to stick with that. Dane probably up on the roofs because that's what he's been doing. Collusion Spark still on the spy and going to go for that lurking, but that does kind of put his team in a kind of tricky situation. The spy coming up does get the backstab on Pythium, makes sure that he lines it up, trying to get that capture. The point not quite open yet though, so Collusion Spark might have stabbed a little early, and I finish the medic off with my pistol. One point that definitely came up in our conversations about this mode afterward was allowing the point to be captured a little bit earlier. So in that scenario, definitely that you just saw, Collision Spark would have had a chance to actually get the capture there, but the point unavailable for capture at the moment. So that was definitely something that we discussed, was on our topics. Dane jumping forward again, doesn't get on that railing to come in via the side, but will be happily content with holding down the middle point here. And he kind of backs up, he locates us on the right side. Our team though is kind of stretched out as Fletcher alone over here. And well, just the ability to heal your players back up, distribute those heals is super important. We have Royal and Pythium on the side together, but Fletcher working alone, isolated, not getting a health pack yet. You can see he's trying to connect in, but there goes the scout. I know I might not have communicated, but I know I was thinking it. It was just like, the scout's been missing, he's going to come from behind, and of course there it was. Fletcher with one good pipe on the medic. Our soldier also down low, just hiding out, and well, he's going to get killed. And that pushes Inland Empire Northwest to a 4-3 lead here. So we did actually have a tie game for a little bit there, but Inland Empire Northwest taking a round advantage once again here. And looks like, yeah, some players switching around on their team. Collusion Spark now heading over to Soldier while Moose takes the Scout. He's got the Cleaver as well, so he's going to throw that out for a little ranged damage. Fletcher now on the sticky jumper, does get the immediate kill on the medic Tom Bomb. That's going to help things out. I'm pretty banged up, asking for those heals, and well, getting some. Always a good thing. Dane, the oh so devastating demo man, gets the kill on me with a nice sticky. Tried to recruit him for the Burnsiders, but well, he's a Washingtonian, so fair enough that he ends up with the Seattle kids. And they're going to get the capture on the point. They get a kill on Pythium, and now it just comes down to, well, Royal, a 1v4 scenario. He's going to have to get some pickoffs and, well, work some angles, but gets one air shot, then ends up cratering down to his death. Pushes the Inland Empire Northwest team to a 5-3 lead as we have 9 minutes left on the clock. Once again, there is a 7-round mercy rule. We feel that's pretty fair when we are discussing things. I think, we want quick rounds. But we also kind of want at least some sort of mechanic that a team could be put out of their misery. If it's not a 1st to 7, if it was 7 to 1, at least there's still an opportunity for some sort of comeback there. But that 7-round difference is the mercy rule decider. And I'm chasing Moose here, going up the middle, trying to get in on him. Pythium over here on, well, from the red side perspective, the left side rollout. Dane controlling the point. Fletcher did get a kill on Moose. Tom Bomb with an 80% crit streak, trying to build that up. Pythium on crits as well, but I think Blue's going to get it first. I come and get the capture, but it just gives us one respawn before I get killed. It is going to be Fletcher, though, and here comes Royal with the crits create. Dane goes, gets a kill on Pythium. It's going to come down to Fletcher, though. Sticky jumper Caber. What can he do? And is the big question. Going to have to try to find Dane in a decent scenario here. Decides to try to jump across to get the large health pack. Taking him a few extra skips to get out here, though. And, well, don't go over the edge. And he's going to have to find an opportunity to get some kills. Use his pipes, maybe use that Caber. We'll hopefully also recapture that point to get his team back. Looking in, finds the scout, but takes a big damage shot right away. Falling down with the caber. They're just going to jump on the point, block that capture, and there you go. Inland Empire Northwest picking up another round, taking it 6-3. 7 minutes and 15 seconds on the clock. And, well, you know, since that was dragging on a little bit, we did also discuss that the humiliation timer is perhaps a little bit long there, and the post-round time could be a little bit shorter just to keep things moving. I do really like the pre-round timer, though, of 10 seconds, really allowing you a little bit of extra time if you want to switch classes and make sure that your loadout is correct. Dane putting a lot of pressure on us as we're again taking this, I'll call it the flank rollout. There's that little health bottle over there. Pythium trying to keep Royal nicely healed, but Royal took a fair amount of damage. We're all very banged up, and here comes Moose, finally working around on the flank. We were too distracted with the main combo. The scout just works around, gets those kills, and well, we're certainly in trouble as Fletcher rocking the Scottish Resistance and the parachute. That is, well, a favorite trolley loadout of my own, but definitely not very effective. So we'll see what Fletcher can do here, if he can get some sort of comeback here. But Royal going down, the Scottish Resistance, better to start setting up some trolley traps. But I think at this point we might have resigned ourselves to defeat here. So Fletcher doing a couple traps here. I do really, really, really love the Scottish Resistance, but that is in no way an advocation of utilizing it, because I think it is kind of a trash weapon. You know, Highlander payload, we're getting distracted here as the Inland Empire Northwest take another round, taking them 7-3. Moose is definitely one of their regular players. Collusion Spark, a frequent as well. They are missing their usual Medic Infinite. It is not the UGC Admin Infinite. Like I said too, the Burnsiders missing a couple players of our own. So, not making excuses there, but just saying these rosters are kind of flexible. This is kind of a loose scrim to kind of work on the format, work on the PBL organization, get things together. Fletcher again was going very aggressive there, trying to get a jump in. But in this mode, in this format, if you don't really follow up that aggression, you just ended up putting yourself at a one-person disadvantage immediately. So I go down, I get taken out. I switched over to Medic here, and we put Pythium on Scout. Trying to utilize the Scout capabilities that Pythium has, his Medic positioning, as well as just communications. Stuff that I was hoping to improve upon, and that's why I said, hey, Pythium, give me that Medic spot. And yeah, I mean, communication, hugely important, always in TF2. It just makes such a big difference. I was talking to my man, Dummy, from the Portland Burnsiders, and, well, previously of Froyotech. And that was something that he was saying when he was mentoring the Burnsiders 6's team. It's just communication, so important. And so that was my hope to switching over to Medic, to be able to keep our team tight, keep those heals up, and, well, get some more rounds won. Dane picks up a kill on Royal and then just traps Fletcher in the corner. I come in here, try to do something, miss my arrow, but you know, Pythium picked up one kill, but that's going to be it for that round. And here we go, they got 6-round advantage on us. So, you know, we got 4 minutes left on the clock, but trying to avoid that mercy round defeat. Yeah, because that's certainly painful. We switch classes once again, putting Royal over on Demo Man, and this is actually much more fitting for us, as Fletcher, the soldier, is his main, Royal, Demo Man, his main, and Pythium, I'd say his best skill set is on Scout. So we're a little bit more stacked up appropriately. The Scout comes around, but Pythium doing a good job just floating around, scaring him away. Might get a little too far forward here, but Royal does pick up the kill on Moose, as Moose was trying to get heals. Pythium coming in, assisting Royal, gets the kill on Dane. Pythium continuing to put pressure on, and that's what we call playing to your strengths. Fletcher goes down there as he was trying to work the angles. We're going to get the recap here, though. At respawns Fletcher, the 4-2. Feels fairly safe. You know, sometimes definitely there definitely are gameplay reasons why you would not want to capture the point, even if it was easily available to do so. I get the crits, pop it, because why not? And we just have to finish off Collusion Spark here, as he's trying to pull back a 3v1 comeback. He needs to get on the point here to maybe have a chance at that. We've kind of lost where he is, but I do hit him with that arrow, and wow, that rocket puts him down to 1 health, and there you go. So we at least pull back one round to put an immediate stop from the match point win difference that was going on. Put it back to a 5-round win difference. And, well, kind of almost back to deuces for Inland Empires. If they win around here, they will have an opportunity to just close it out. Now, don't think any further switches here. We are continuing to try to work this left side. And we'll watch things from my perspective as we go out here. Royal pushing across. We go down here. I see their medic is down low, stuck. Being in the river sucks, but we have 2 players down there. And I'm like, you know what? Let's go. I make the call. I say, let's go Riverside. Let's push through. And, well, I think this works out for us. The river is nasty, as you can get stuck down there, no problem. If you get a little bit farther forward here, then a lot of, like, basically from my perspective right here, my right-hand side is taken care of. My left side is fairly taken care of as long as I know where most of their players are. You know, I know that maybe they'll come from behind me, but as long as we just keep moving forward, it'll take them more time to come from behind me. So that was something that in the comms there, I was aggressively calling out there of like, yo, let's just push forward, push through river. So that round win was pretty nice, takes us up to 5-9. And well, we're going to try to hustle and get some more rounds here. Don't know if we can get 4 round wins in time here. Royal coming out this left-hand side. But immediately, Dane comes out this side as well. Royal gets chewed up. I stop healing to try to put some damage out on Royal, but just too much. And, well, kind of one of those scenarios. They just counter-rushed us on the rollout here and hurt us pretty bad. But Fletcher on the roof did get some kills. And then when combining with Pythium, gets Collusion Spark. So I think Royal and myself were a little down on, well, each other. I was down on myself. Royal was like, stick to healing. And I was like, come on, man, my arrows are bomb. But Pythium and Fletcher, excuse me, do come through there to get us the round win. Replay thing blocking me, trying to look up the points. But 35 seconds left on the clock. And as I alluded to earlier, if this round goes longer than that, the round will still continue. We will not be cut off. So there is a motivation for us. I mean, essentially, I think it is out of our hands already, but there is motivation for us to finish this round within the next 20 seconds. As long as we can get another round started, then we will be okay. So Fletcher does take out Tom Bomb there. We do get Collusion Spark. Royal gets stabbed down, and then Ambassador headshot from Moose. So doing some pretty work to help secure this point. I'm on the point. I'm like, yo, Pythium, where you at? I need to heal you, buddy. And, well, Dane's out here, but we did get respawns from everybody. Gonna contest the point. Gonna get the melee on Dane. That takes it to 9-7, but with the server map time limit expiring, that is going to be the end of this match. 9-7 in favor of Inland Empire Northwest. And, well, I hope you guys enjoyed this. I mean, I wanted the Burnsiders to do better. I wanted our roster to do better. We switched them things around, and in the end, we found a class lineup that was working better for us. And, well, we played a lot of different maps, moved our classes around quite a bit. We also had Cappy Cool representing a future PBL organization in Houston playing with us. You know, so I was frustrated somewhat through this game just by, like, my own play or just, like, TF2 wanting to be better. But we had a lot of fun, and when you get that respawn in this arena respawn mode, it's just exhilarating. You get that adrenaline pump, and you're just like, man, we can do this. We can make a comeback happen. So I think it's a lot of fun, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching this being played in a competitive format. The competitive settings were on, but also, as I said, an open whitelist. And there are pub servers set up with this. Check out the ArenaRespawn Steam group and jump into the pub servers. Bring some friends. You know, this format works. Even, I mean, in 2v2, it's essentially just a 2v2 arena. You don't really get many respawns. And 3v3, you might get a little bit more respawns, but it's still more of a, you know, 3v3 arena. And then in the 4v4, it's where it starts to shine. We're going to consider moving forward, trying out the 5v5 size format. So you get a few more classes out there, a few more weapon diversity. But we're also, you know, excited about how this turned out in the 4v4 format. It works well in pub servers, even up to 8v8 or higher. So it's a lot of fun, real crazy. Certainly some maps work better than others, and we're working with map makers to make even better maps. So thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Please, please, please leave all your feedback about this format in the comments, or, well, even better, hit up the ArenaRespawn Steam group and leave some comments there. Thanks so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I am eXtine. I'll see you guys next time.